Hi there, guys and girls on YouTube. If I could be a slut, I fucking would. I wish. Well, never mind. I don't have a sex life, but that's no reason for others not to have one. Okay, slut shaming. It just goes on and on and on and on and on, and it's getting tiresome. When other society is gonna move just a little bit forward and stop slut shaming women for acting like men. It always pains me every time I see a woman being slut shamed or a girl being slut shamed. It just pains me because they are being punished for being like a man. And it also pains me because it shows how little progress we have done in the world when it comes to equality. It all stems from religion. Fucking stupid religions. Not totally, but bear with me a minute. Religion gave the patriarchs, the men in the societies in old times, total power over women. And a woman who sleeps around with more than one man is called a slut. She's also called a lot of other really bad things, and in some countries, if she's married, they stone her to death. To prevent women from giving their pussy to anybody they fucking like and choose, in some countries they cut off the women's clitoris. In other countries they shame women. And if you think that the way we do in the modern part of the world with slut shaming is any better than genital mutilation, I think you're wrong. A lot of women, because of this slut shaming practice, because of this stigmatization of their sexuality, suffers emotional pain. You might say that getting your clitoris cut off is worse. When it comes to the pain, it is a passing pain. When it comes to the scarring of their psyche, it's much worse. I can imagine a woman that got her clitoris cut off when she was 10, 11 years old is scarred for life, not just between her legs, but also in her head. But that scarring in the head, the societies and the women's surroundings are doing to women in modern societies where genital mutilation is not a practice. I can't see that there is that much difference. Excuse the fuck out of me. Mutilating somebody's mind is, in my eyes, just as bad as mutilating somebody's body. I never understood this slut shaming when I was younger. I just didn't get it. And later on I saw that one of the best tools to controlling people is religion. And one of the things where religion really butts into our lives is in the bed, or out of it, for that matter. It's in our sexuality. One of the strongest needs that we are born with. It's an evolutionary thing, the sexual desires, the coveting of having sex with somebody. It's a fucking natural thing. Like eating, farting, burping, sneezing, pissing, scratching yourself when it itches. And this is one of the things I never understood in the modern societies, that we put up with this shit. I mean, even a society like Denmark, where religion has no practical value or meaning in our daily lives. Hell, only around 5 or 8% of the Danish people think that Christianity is the only true religion, and around 5% of the Danish population think that Islam is the only true religion. The rest of us, we don't give a shit. But we still have slut shaming. And it's even stronger amongst the young ones than it is amongst people my age. People my age grew up in a time where we had a sexual revolution, where porn was legalized, and so on and so forth. See the light? It's the sun shining into my cam. You might say it's the light of God that is upon me. The thing is, I see slut shaming as it's like an appendix. It needs to be cut off our societies. Our societies needs to accept the fucking fact that we are Homo sapiens and not penguins. Penguins are a monogamous animal. And with monogamous, biological monogamy, if you could call it that, is when a species only have sex with one partner their entire life. How many Homo sapiens only ever in their entire life only have sex with one person? How many of you out there can say that? We are not a monogamous species by fucking nature. And it all makes good sense, because it's all about procreation and gene pool and stuff like that. Your DNA will not allow you to be monogamous, because it's not healthy for our species to be monogamous. In many ways it is not. That's just the way we were made, by evolution. And now I can hear all the Christian fundy fucktards out there saying, well, evolution is not true, blah, blah, blah. Whatever. You're stupid, you're full of crap, so I don't give a flying shit about what you say and think. Okay? Now back to the rest of you. I just don't understand why modern human beings, even atheists, can think there is anything good in slut shaming. Why there's anything good in suppressing women's sexuality? I mean, it's like if you're a 100-yard runner and you take aim at your foot with a gun and shoot a fucking hole in it, isn't it? If you're a man. If you're a woman, it's even worse. It's like putting a gun to your head and pulling the trigger. When you're slut shaming somebody, no matter if you're man or woman, you are working against yourself. I just don't get it. Why do you want to blow your brains out? Why do you want to shoot yourself in the foot? Maybe if there were more sluts in the world, there wouldn't be so many true false loneliness fucktards out there. Maybe if it was more accepted that females' sexuality is just as bad as the man's sexuality, we wouldn't have so many fucking problems. I mean, as a stand-up comedian I watched the other day said, The driving force in the world is pussy. And food, of course. Procreation. But women have it and men want it. So why the slut shaming? I mean, even people like Bill want it. So why the slut shaming? Shouldn't we, I don't know, try to move on from the slut shaming bullcrap? I, for one, love sluts. I just love them. I love women who embrace their sexuality and just go all fucking out with it. I love women that have no shame when it comes to their sexuality. No shame at all. I love that kind of woman. Unfortunately, most women are, by their upbringing and by the society and their surroundings, oppressed when it comes to their sexuality. I have been with some women that couldn't even have sex without the curtains were drawn and in the middle of the night and the lights out and under the fucking duvet. You know how fucking hot it gets under there when it's like 30 degrees Celsius outside? And you know how frustrating it is to be with a woman who has the absolute most gorgeous body you've seen in your life, and you can't, are not allowed to even look at her because she was brought up in a religious society where women are shamed for how the nature created them. It just pisses me off that we're still here with the slut shaming thing. Come on, evolve, for crying out loud. I still don't get it. Why do we have to shame women for having a fucking sexuality when it's like taking aim and shooting yourself in the foot? Just think about this, guys out there. The more you slut shame, the less pussy there is for everybody. That's fucking logic. Stop slut shaming. Accept the fact that Homo sapiens are not a monogamous species. Peace. Don't panic.